looks sick. Dave, you got your mic in position?
I do now.
I got everybody muted. So Bern, what do you got? What do you got the big surprise for us tonight, Bern? Make sure to get your mic in position.
Yep, ready.
So what do you got?
You're not getting introduction?
Well, I can say that. Should I?
Yeah, we could talk about something else first.
All right. Well, we'll just talk about that. I mean, right away, I suppose. It is Saturday, October 5th, 2024, and we're in the studio doing a session. What's going on, guys?
Hey,
How you doing?
good.
Hey,
All right. Bern?
Well, this is a Rolling Stone magazine from February 22nd, 1990.
Back in
And I
time.
thought it'd be cool just to go through some of the things in it. The first class being cigarette ads.
Remember those guys?
First
Anyone who's
one.
not like,
What do you think of that?
I don't know, a Generation Z? Maybe some of the millennials would have saw them.
What's that?
Cigarette ads. They still have those in magazines today? I guess.
I don't know.
I don't think they do.
No,
No,
they cannot
very legal.
advertise.
Yeah.
Tobacco smoking among high schoolers peaked when we were in high school. So
Okay.
I believe it was 1997
Nice.
was the highest that the smoking rates ever got.
Ever?
Ever.
97
It's the
when
peak
of-
we were
Among,
in
like, high
school.
school.
That's the
Like,
peak of
yeah,
humanity.
so,
Prime
like,
time.
We
Yeah,
didn't
that
stand
was the
a
peak of
chance,
humanity
yeah.
about 97.
Okay.
Like, now it's all vaping, but nobody. I think the cigarette tobacco consumption, I think, is down to about 15% of the population now. So
Oh, wow.
it shows. Yeah, I mean, just the limitations of education as a public health strategy, because everybody knows smoking is bad for you.
Mm-hmm.
Still, back in the day, half the people smoked. It's not a.
That's
a
the
knowledge
refresh
thing.
us, though.
Yeah, those.
The piano's a pool, and
mean-
see if you can spot the. Do you see where the cigarettes are?
Oh,
I
yeah.
spotted them right away.
Oh, those the
Yep.
capris. I see the capris right
This
there.
one's more standard. You can just pass it down to. And then
So
this
what do you
one's
have?
more
You have,
standard.
and
That
you
one
got. Do you have
shows-
all these on the drive that I
Yeah.
can show up on the screen here? All right,
Yeah.
so I'll pop these up
That
for
one-
everybody, so you
that
can get
Oh,
a better
the piano's being
better
held
view.
over by an oar, too. Look at that.
All right, so we got. All right, so this is a 1990 February. You said
Yep.
February
February.
Rolling Stones magazine that came from the library. Which library? Some library in Minnesota here.
Yep. They were giving them away.
They were giving them away because they were trashed and what had damage, mold, water damage, to some degree. Some
yeah,
pages.
At some point, because they definitely are mildew.
So-
Don't smell them. Don't smell them. Just
And-
trust me.
And so this first section we've got ads, cigarette ads
Yep.
from that time period. So what is one of the cigarette ads we got here for our audio only listeners?
Let's see. This is a Cool and Mild today. This is a more standard ad. It just shows a gentleman on a 90s Miami bright colors. Looks super athletic, like a football player or something. And this is for Cool Milds. Yeah, smoother, milder, lower in tar. And I think these are menthol.
I was going to say, are they
Cigarette?
only advertising menthols?
Well,
in
he's
here?
at-
because
He's athletic, so of course he needs low tar.
You're right.
That's a
I
good
mean,
call.
all
Yeah,
athletes
these
smoke.
ads are
Yeah.
menthol.
That's a good call. I didn't notice it. And then, so that one's more standard cigarette ad. This one I thought is funny because it's not. And it's for Newport, another menthol. And it's for a man, a woman, white. I don't know why I needed to point that out, but I did. And then they're holding a dog as if it were a baby. They're holding a puppy that's wrapped in a baby blanket.
Well, they couldn't put a real baby even back then.
And none of them are smoking. There's no. I don't think there's any cigarettes in that.
Yeah.
Alive with pleasure is the ad.
Well, even the dog, thinks Newports are okay. It doesn't bother
That's a
the dog.
cigarette ad.
Yeah, they're trying to expand their demographic. That's not what I would normally associate with Newport. I don't know.
What do you think of that last one, Dave?
Which one with the piano?
No, the dog and the
Yeah, I
baby
don't know, I mean,
blanket. How was that a
like-
cigarette ad?
You could cut that out. And you could have slapped that on anything.
Right.
Refinance your house, or
Yes. It looks like just a stock
Adopt a
image.
pet.
adopt a pet.
That would be
Come down to the
way
Humane
more
Society.
on target for what the picture is. Did you see it?
Yeah, I can see it from here.
Okay.
That's nuts.
Oh, it just cracked me up.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah, I
who
think
looks at that
totally
picture and
like
goes, "I
Ryan
need
was
a
saying.
cigarette.
Like Ryan was
I need a
saying, like painting a
Newport.
picture of like, see, just people like this even have Newports.
Yeah.
Like
Your average couple.
yeah, just all American couple with their dog. Not quite ready for kids yet, but they got their fur baby.
Their fur baby.
Yeah.
So have Newports while you can.
That's just it. You got to get the kid. Like the youth market is the market. If you make it to 18 and you haven't developed a habit, odds are you're not going to start smoking. So
Well, I had no habit at 18. So
They're
I don't
getting
smoke.
they're getting them with the vapes now easily. Huh?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's problematic too. But yeah, I was 15. I think. How old were you when you first had cigarettes?
Probably 17.
Yeah, and you guys never smoked.
Well, I tried them when I was 18. I had one and I just coughed and coughed and coughed, and I'm like, the heck, people do this?
Right. Tastes terrible.
Yeah.
I think I remember like down by the lake with like you and I want to say Fote maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, and I think I remember I think I remember holding one and like I think touching it to my lips, but I never inhaled it or anything
Yeah.
like that or yeah.
Well, when we were much younger, 5, 6, 7, when we would bike to Tom
Tom
you
found the
could buy-
candy cigarettes.
Oh, buy candy cigs.
You
yeah.
could buy candy cigarettes.
I remember
for 10
that.
cents a
Well,
pack.
those-
The
those were
shittiest
good.
candy ever. Like they were like terrible.
I remember one night you were with my brother,
We got in trouble, but
and you guys are like trying to tell me we're going to smoke cigarettes, and I like, don't do that.
we're like probably 8.
Yeah,
Like,
and I'm like, and you guys are just insistent. No, we're gonna smoke cigarettes, and you're trying to get a rise out of me. And I just got up and ran. Dad,
we
my
got
brother's gonna smoke cigarettes, and, and I don't know what went through his head, but
we
yeah.
got a mouthful from Jeff. Yeah.
Oh, I could hear his footsteps after that.
But what the hell? They were selling that to children. And
yeah. I mean, you can still buy candy cigarettes as of a few years ago. I know at that
Really?
that world's largest candy store.
Yeah, true. They do have them at some places like
yeah,
that.
I did get some probably like 3 or 4 years ago.
I was at some dessert candy shop place downtown by Target Center, and they were selling. They
They
had
had
them
'em
there.
there?
They had them there. Hmm.
Now it's 21. You got to be 21 to buy tobacco.
Not to buy candy cigs.
Really?
And you can't buy menthol cigarettes within Minneapolis.
Oh.
You got to be 21 to buy tobacco anywhere in Minneapolis, or is it just
No, you got to be 21 to buy cigarettes. I don't know if it's nationwide, but I know at least in this state. And like Habib up at Tobacco Grove, and now he's got the sign. You got to be 21 to go into the store.
really? When did that change?
I don't know.
What,
But,
from 18 to 21
Just
tobacco?
Recent, within the last couple of years.
Oh, that's been it's
Really?
been quite a few years now. Yeah.
I don't think I knew that.
and taxation every quarter. Cigarettes go up in price. So yeah, like New Zealand, they went anybody born after this certain date will never be able to buy tobacco products. Like they're phasing them out. But yeah, it just shows kind of what you need to tackle that public health epidemic. It's not just education. There's not a person alive that thinks cigarettes are good for you in any way, shape, or form. So education is not enough to cut those out. You need, policy, indoor smoking bans, no smoking sections in restaurants, additional policy taxation, make them prohibitive to buy, increasing the age. There's just a lot of things that are done at like the state and local policy levels to tackle this problem because, education's not enough.
That reminded me. I remember going to restaurants back when I was a kid, and the first thing they ask you walking in: smoking or non-smoking.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like if the cigarettes, if they had some that were like a study that came out and said, you know what, actually they're not bad for you. And for some people, they're actually good for you. People would smoke them less. You know,
I don't know.
because people sometimes you like something that's kind of bad for you. Sometimes, you know, it's like,
I don't know. Like maybe as a younger individual.
yeah,
but
yeah,
at this
definitely.
age,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Young people for sure. Yeah,
I am horrified.
yeah,
wish
because
I
young people don't think about getting to be our age.
Right.
You know, you know, they're like, oh, I'm super young. It's gonna
Yeah,
last
it
forever.
lasts forever.
Yeah.
Just like when the summer used to last forever.
Yeah.
California was ahead of the curve. I went out to UNLV in '99, and we would drive to Los Angeles for
Fun, whatever.
techno events and shit.
Sweet.
And so we'd stop in, get some dinner, and be like, yeah, 4 for smoking. And they're like, huh? And this is back in '99. They didn't have smoking sections in restaurants. They'd already had an indoor smoking ban in California. So I was just looking at this cover. This is Janet Jackson made the cover. Again, this is not the iconic Rolling Stone cover of Janet Jackson.
Yeah. Oh no, not
Like,
with her topless.
When was that? Right, because
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Interesting. I
you
didn't even
remember that?
for-
Where the-
well,
with the
when I was
hands
looking at it from
over
here, I
her-
didn't even realize
well, that was
that was her.
the very famous
that would
cover.
That would be
of-
after, I bet, because on the charts here, the top charts, number 4 album, Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation. Wasn't that her like breakout album? So
yeah.
if that was her breakout album, that would probably be. It would probably be after that cover.
I suspect you're right. Yeah.
Or
Anybody want
maybe-
to take the under on that? Do you remember the Janet Jackson iconic cover with the hands over her breasts?
I don't. It's not coming to mind.
Okay.
Well, okay, best dance tracks, 1990. Depeche Mode, Personal Jesus.
Oh, I know that song.
Yeah.
B-52's Love Shack.
That's under dance?
It is.
Huh.
Not.
For the top U.S. single, it was Michael Bolton.
Well, that came out in the wait. The B-52s came out in the '90s. I thought that song was
1990.
way older. Love Shack came out in 1990.
Yeah, it must have. I mean, unless
It didn't like just get like.
they had the number 1 album, top 50 albums. That was number 1 B-52s.
I remember that video in rotation on MTV constantly.
I remember the video too. Well, I thought it was older than that. Interesting. I got some stuff to look up.
Number 9 album, and number 1 British single. New Kids on the Block, Hangin' Tough.
I remember that song.
Alright.
Okay.
Did you guys have the?
This is again February
tape?
1990.
My
I did
sister
not.
had it.
I definitely had it.
You had
I,
it?
yeah, I
Oh
did
yeah,
not.
I had it. It was awesome. Anything else here? I think that's the best stuff from the charts. But
What
on the
did-
back of the charts, look at that ad. That is a
Ooh.
Planned Parenthood. That is like a pro-choice ad
Wow.
targeting Planned Parenthood,
1990.
or
34
targeting
years.
somebody who criticizes Planned Parenthood. Anyway, I just thought that was neat.
So anyway, yeah,
Fascinating.
we'll shift from there. What was the prediction for the Janet Jackson
We were
cover?
saying it was later than February 1990.
And Ryan is correct. It was September 16th, 1993.
Okay.
All right.
No, that's interesting. That the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Here is this next segment will be down products that were available that are advertised in there. Okay.
What type of products?
These are just ones that I pulled out that
Okay.
I would say products that are not available now, but are signature of the time that we lived in. And this first one is a 2-pager, and it's
That
for audio cassettes.
blank tapes?
Look at that.
Oh.
Making the blank mixtapes or
That's right. 'Cause then they upped it to like 90 minutes.
yes.
Yeah.
And then this was 100.
There
I
were-
think they went as far as 120.
It could be.
there were definitely quality differences between certain tapes.
Mm-hmm.
You had a reel to reel, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My old man did.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay, and then these last 2 products. The first one is for a word processor, a typewriter.
Like just a word processor.
Smith Carroll. Yep. Smith, Carolina, and it says, before you buy a typewriter, it pays to do your homework. And then it lists all the features of this typewriter.
Just think, Ryan, if we were 40 in 1990, Ryan, you would have had one of those for sure and been like, dude, check this out. We'd have been like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude, I had one of these as a kid. Like,
We
I
had-
remember writing reports and stuff on one of these typewriters.
We had those in junior high. I remember they
Yeah.
handed them out in junior high, and we had to write on them.
But they had deletion. That was a thing on my mother's, that I would write research papers. And
Yeah,
as
it
a
would
kid.
hold the like what you were gonna type in here. Once you, the one I had, I remember you typed in there. You'd type like a line or two, proofread it, make sure it was right, and then you'd hit enter, and it would type it all out automatically. Then,
Oh, no kidding.
Interesting.
yeah, I think my old man might have had that exact one.
I had one that looked like this, or my folks did. Interesting.
Cool, and that one goes well with the next product that was more. This isn't an ad. That was an ad for a typewriter. This is more an article about hot new technology, and it's for a compact laptop.
Look at how thick that thing is.
Okay, you can see it, Dave.
Yeah.
Here, let me just read these two lines to you guys to see.
Specs. 30 megahertz.
these stood out to
much
me.
we got? What's under the hood?
God, what would it be running? Probably some sort of DOS version?
What was the first Windows? 3.
Well, the first Windows was 1.0, but the one that got popular is 3.1.
Is that okay? Was 1.0? I suppose it would have to use Windows. That's where the brand came, like for the graphic user interface.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it looked nothing like Windows 3.1, but
Okay.
yeah, it was.
Okay, the 1/4-inch thick blue on white screen is easier on the eyes than monochrome green or amber screens. And the LTE has the ability to display 25 lines of 80 character text. Holy shit.
Wow.
25 lines of 80 character text. Okay, and you guys saw it, right? Okay, the price. Let's guess on this.
Ah,
What
that's
year?
pretty good.
1990.
1990. $2,000.
I'm gonna take 2,245.
Oh, okay. I was I was gonna say 2,300, so
this Price is
I'll
Right?
stick with my.
All right.
No, you guys are all right around. Okay, so the lower end model, $23.99. You guys are all
Wow.
really close. But
Wow.
the higher end model, $49.99.
Holy
Wow.
Let's hear the specs.
$5,000 in 1990s money. How much is that for adjusted for inflation?
That's like-
That'd be a funny thing to like.
What are the specs
in.
on that thing for the high end one?
Yeah. What does it have?
I don't know. What's the? I was trying to see what kind of specs.
1.4 megabyte, 3.5-inch floppy disk.
Yeah, that's normal floppy. Could be on anything really.
To offer 20 and 40 megabyte
All right.
fixed disks
20 and 40 megabyte fixed discs.
and a choice
Hard
between
drives.
different microprocessors.
All right, what are the 386s?
So it's like
say
what, like 15 floppy disks?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
It's got a 1.5-pound battery pack that lasts more than 3 hours.
Wow.
Suspicions are that no laptop will overcome this problem without solar power, but to prevent extended writing sessions in the mountains.
What?
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, they'll never have a battery that lasts
I don't-
longer unless there's solar power attached to it to be able to keep it going.
$449 modem, the compact LTE is the best no compromise solution for well-heeled riders on the road.
The adjusted for inflation amount is $12,000.
Wow.
I've got that, yeah, right here. $12,162.81.
So for that, you're paying that much for basically a
Something to type
typewriter.
on.
A typewriter, yeah, that has like a lot bigger
I
display.
mean, you could probably play some early games on that thing, but
$12,000. That's so funny.
Interesting.
Cool.
Compact Computer was a Houston manufacturer.
I do remember those computers. You definitely had one. I had one.
I don't
You
know
had
if
one,
they were
Tom.
compact.
Compact?
well, I don't know about that.
Not a
But you had one of
compact.
those early ones. Remember that big black one your dad had with the orange screen?
Oh, like the word processor thing?
Yeah.
Yep. This thing might still exist somewhere.
So Houston
Oh,
used
really?
to make
Mhm.
computers. Now
Should
they
find it,
just
pull it out.
pump
Yeah.
oil out of the ground.
The last section of ads I have is for the cars that were at the time.
Oh, awesome.
It's not as cool as I don't think.
No,
but
dude, that thing would be awesome.
The first one is this one's probably the coolest because the product isn't there, but I bet you guys will remember this. It's the
Geo.
Yeah.
The Geo Tracker?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Nice 2-page ad on that.
Took it off-roading, it looks like.
Off-road.
It was like it was marketed as that, as like a Jeep Wrangler, like an
alternative to the Wrangler?
a poor man's Wrangler. That's what I kind of remember him as.
What happened to the Geo Metro? Did anybody ever drive one of those?
No, but Chevy took over Geo at some point in time, so we had the Chevy Metro for a while, but they just kind of phased it out.
Was that a 3-cylinder engine?
I believe it
Something
was.
tells
Yes.
me like 3-cylinder.
That
Okay.
stands out. Are there any cool features on the Geo Metro, Dave? Is that what I should have looked at it closer?
The Geo Metro, the best thing about it was it had really good gas mileage.
Yeah, it says Geo Metro. They made a 1-liter 3-cylinder engine and a
Yep.
1.3-liter 4-cylinder engine. The last year they made one was in 2000,
Oh,
and they had a coupe that got 46 miles to the gallon on the highway, and their sedan got 42.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
That was great for back then. Holy cow.
I still remember though, like, because when I started driving, when would that have been? 97.
But that was a 2000.
There were Geo Metros on the road, and if
Yep.
you were getting on the freeway behind the Geo Metro, you just
Yeah.
wanted to fucking kill yourself.
Yes, because they would not go.
Yeah, they'd enter the freeway going like
Like 45.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They probably had it to the floor too.
Right.
I'm sure. Yeah, and that was the gas mileage of a 2000. Trying to see if I can get a 1990 since we're talking about 1990s.
Standard
Convertible-
AM, FM stereo, and digital clock.
Oh, that's when digital clock was a feature.
I guess that was a big deal back then.
An AM FM stereo.
AM and FM, yeah.
That's been standard forever.
Forever.
Right?
Well, we have forever.
So the 1990 Geo Metro got 45 on the
That's
highway.
outstanding.
Mhm.
Cars
And
back then
that had
did
the same
not.
3-cylinder, 1-liter engine, automatic 3-speed. They made manuals too.
got a Ford ad. I guess what jumps out to me about this ad is, "Have you driven a Ford lately?" is their slogan, because this is a
Remember that.
1990 Ford Mustang convertible, and the U.S. automakers were just getting their clock cleaned by the crap coming out of Japan. And that I remember my father, like, when we would get a new car, Ford Escorts or Mercury Cougar.
Yeah, your
and
mom had that Cougar.
Yeah.
Remember that thing was awesome.
But that was like his thing. He's like, no, you got to buy American. It was like some sort of military patriot, kind of shit. And had to be a poor quality car compared to the Japanese. 'Cause have you driven a Ford lately? Is the slogan.
Lately.
Right. It's the-
We're different now. Check us out. We're different.
Yeah,
Remember
we're
us?
progress.
We're back.
And then I remember like Josh's Accord. You
Oh
remember
yeah,
that?
that's probably still going.
It probably. I think he had like 280,000 miles on like a
It
single
was a
clutch.
it was a Civic, I think.
One of them was an Accord.
Okay.
His dad drove an Accord, and then he started driving that when he got his license. But over
Yeah, that's
200,000
sick.
miles on the original clutch.
And it still
Wow.
drove like perfect.
Yeah, those,
So you know what? You got any more ads? Or is this the
Oh.
last one?
Came with
Let's
airbags.
see.
Yeah, it came with one airbag, a
This
driver
one's-
airbag.
Kind of along the Ford Chevy. It's the last one. It's pretty standard. I don't know. Do they still do this like Chevy versus Ford thing in magazine ads? This
I
is
can't
for
remember
a-
last time I looked through
Oh,
a
yeah.
magazine.
yeah.
Okay, that's a pretty standard ad then. Maybe you'd even see it today, but because it's Chevy versus Ford, and it says, "Go forward with Chevy or go backward with Ford," and it's a Chevy truck ad. Chevy, the heartbeat of America. Do they still have that slogan, the heartbeat of America?
I don't believe so.
They ditched it. They're no longer the heartbeat of America. They're the what? What body?
I don't know. Yeah, they used to make those things in St. Paul, those Ford Rangers.
Mhm.
That's right. They had that Ford plant.
Yeah, they closed down that plant.
It was Ford. Ford doesn't do a small truck. I think Chevy started to again. It's
Well,
called
Ford does the Ford
Colorado.
Maverick.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And they
That's
make a
right.
Ranger now again.
And they got the Ranger,
Yeah.
which is slightly bigger than the Maverick.
They do make the Ranger again?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I thought they were just making like Mustangs, and didn't they cut their product line?
They got rid of their cars except for the Mustang.
Well, they're trying to make like, well, I don't know. They're making everything smaller.
They brought back the Bronco.
They did
Oh,
bring
yeah.
back the Bronco.
It's dropped the murdery connotation
Yeah.
at this point, so they're like, all right, enough time has passed. Let's roll out the.
And they got a little one and a big one.
I didn't
Yeah, they
realize
got the
didn't
Bronco
make
Sport, which is a tiny
cars
one.
anymore.
And some of those
Yeah,
have 3-cylinder engines.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
a lot of their line. Those are sweet though.
So the Chevy, to answer Brent's question, Heartbeat of America, first appeared in 1985, and it ended in 94.
So we're prime time for that slogan.
When did it start? 85?
85, yeah, through 94 though, but it didn't seem like it ended that long ago. You know, when you said that, I'm thinking, I've probably seen that in a commercial.
Oh, yeah.
You know, yeah.
So there's something that those ads are missing that from today. Like if you were going to see those ads today, they'd have something on there. Do you guys recognize what was missing?
QR codes and websites.
You got it. Yeah, websites and QR codes. Not one of those ads I saw a website for.
What are they trying to do? They're not advertising right.
Yeah.
The last thing they had in Rolling Stone, they had these sections called classifieds, and
Oh,
they have
cool.
these like party line numbers.
Oh,
And I just
oh.
thought like
Are we trying them?
maybe I'll just put my phone on speaker and call one and see
do it.
if it's still
Let's
like
see what
the
happens.
number is today. Yeah, so
Go for it. We're a
Pick-
one-party state.
pick see if a number jumps out at you, and then I'll call it on speaker,
Excellent.
and we'll see. It's probably something different.
I'm sure it'll be
Maybe
something
do
different.
yeah, no.
and I'm
all
just
right.
gonna hang up.
You can always do a star 6-7 at the beginning too.
Gab with the gang. Can we do that one?
Gab with the game. Go for
No
it.
credit card needed.
No credit card needed.
1-900.
What? No, we're not
Right.
doing 1-900.
Make sure
We're
your
doing one of the
make
1
sure
to
your
8.
Party.
Do one,
Come on.
1 to
Gab
8.
with the gang.
Do one of the
Party
1 to
line
800.
1-800-765
Okay.
5050.
now you guys can call in at home too.
Oh, I have to do star 67 first. Sorry.
Well, if you want
And
to
you gotta
block
put it
your
on
number,
speaker.
star 6-7 will block your number.
Okay, and then 1-800.
1-800-765 5050.
Okay. That's so silly.
Put it by the microphone.
The wireless customer you called is not
Oh,
available.
what a
Wire, and
Who has a
wireless.
wireless number that starts with 1-800?
what a letdown.
Well, they probably that number got reassigned and then unassigned again.
An 800 number?
Yeah,
Are
I think you get
900
it.
numbers still a thing? Like, you don't get billed anymore.
Okay,
like,
let's
from the-
call one.
All
What is
right.
it?
No,
This is Gab with the gang. 1-900
Thank you.
999 Gab 4222.
It is dialed. Please check the number and dial again.
Dude, I checked the number. 1-900-999
I checked the number. He
That's
says.
25 years.
He says check that. Yeah.
Okay,
So yeah, you can still get charged for 900 numbers.
Can you?
Yep.
No.
Okay. Well,
Dang it. Well,
I was hoping
freaking-
something would pick up.
This idea ended up really being terrible. You might have to cut this out.
Oh, you know what? No, actually,
I had it going way different in my head. Like somehow it'd be a pizza place in New York or something.
I could be wrong. It says in Wikipedia, and I'm just reading a quick little blip. It says the infamous 0910 prefix have been terminated on December 31st, 2005. But I don't know if that's the same thing.
Colorado Mountain Retreat. Real estate. 35 acres, mountain views.
Should we call and say I'm calling about the ad, the land listed in the magazine?
Absolutely.
45,000 for 35 acres in Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I'll buy that.
Yeah,
Oh.
we should See if you can reach these guys.
Let's buy
right.
that, and then we'll
Still
build a
got that?
neighborhood there.
Yeah.
We'll just build a neighborhood
Build a new
and sell it
studio
for
out there.
millions.
Yeah, what were we thinking?
That we've got the ad. You have to sell it to
We
us.
were like sitting in social studies class. We should have been buying
Oh
real
my
estate.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Instead we were
Should've saved our
buying.
allowance and
We were buying an Xbox. instead.
No, not even that.
No, we were buying, like,
candy cigarettes.
Yeah.
and
candy
shit.
cigarettes and
We needed
liquor
that.
mates.
Did we try that one?
All new?
Or Party Hardy? Let's try Party Hardy.
Party hard.
I'm gonna try.
I say
one
you
more.
try them until one of them works.
You just reached the heat line.
Oh wow.
Hottest, steamiest phone action around. My girlfriends and I can't wait for you
Whoa.
to feel how hot and moist we are.
Okay.
What number is this?
Writing it just for you,
This
lover.
was Party Hardy.
All right.
Shh, 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 shh.
Caller, you can enter your credit card number at any time.
And give them your credit card number.
So naughty, they never say no.
All right.
What?
There you got
At
one.
least we don't have to censor anything for YouTube.
That one's still in business.
Interesting.
Party Hardy. You want
Party
to cut
hardy
that one
endures.
out?
Yeah.
You can take that with you.
Ryan's taking that home. His credit card's taking a hit tonight.
What if it was like, son of a bitch, that's the same fucking recording as 1990.
Maybe it is.
It didn't sound like it was very updated.
That is funny. All right, well, cool. Well, on that, you guys, let's take a little break since we're through the magazine, right? Good work,
Yes.
Bern. Thanks for
Yeah,
bringing that,
Thanks for bringing it over.
Yeah, that's-
and we'll be back with you shortly.
K105 is looking for someone to win and spend $100,000. Listen for details. 5 listeners will win $100,000 each. The K105 $100,000 shopping spree.
Guys, we're back. Thanks for waiting for us. Thanks for sticking with us. All right, so we're back from our break, and we are going to talk about more 90s stuff. I was going to say shit, but I should keep this clean. I've got here the top 40 1990s movies. I screwed that up a little bit, of the 1990s. So it could be anywhere from 1990 to 1999, I believe.
Highest grossing, I want to say, is Titanic.
How are
Okay.
we gonna do the reveal? Is that, or how are they listed?
Reveal?
Like,
Well, it
are
just
we gonna
says-
go 50 to 1, or
It's just
1 to
saying
50?
best. We're starting at the worst, going to number 1.
Okay,
So we're gonna go through all 50.
Let's start at 20.
Well, it's there's 40
Yeah,
of them. You want to start at 20? Okay.
Yeah, we can start at 20.
And is this by box office? By
Forbes.
Forbes.
All right, so wherever they got the data from.
All right. Does anybody want to make any kind of guess?
I
Well,
wanna
we should
say,
guess like
I
near the
think
top 5.
Titanic is
Matrix will
the
be the top
highest
5.
grossing for being a
Well,
shitty
once we
movie.
get to the top 5, after we list off all these,
Yeah.
then you guys can make a guess on what you think maybe some of the top 5s will be.
All right.
All right. So, all right. Number 20, Groundhog Day, 1983.
It's
Come
pretty
back
good.
to me. What is this? This is the top
a good
40
movie.
movies according to Forbes.
To Forbes
Like-
of the 1990s.
Just based on quality, or
Let's see if they
So
give
it
a little
doesn't-
context.
Yeah,
I'm
based
just
on
trying to
Forbes,
know
the
if it-
Yeah.
Forbes editor.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
His
what I'm
favorite.
saying.
Be a
All right, here it is. Oh,
quantifiable
here it is.
metric.
Here it is. All right. It's saying top films from the 1990s. This list spans genres including horror, comedy, adventure, and sci-fi. The highest grossing movie of the 90s, in fact, the number 4 movie of all time, blank. So they're just kind of throwing in something in there. Many of these top stars of the 1990s, such as, okay, so it just says, enjoy exploring this list of amazing 1990s films.
All right.
All right.
Work? Are you happy now?
I don't know what criteria.
I don't
we're
think he was
judging this for,
unhappy.
but
This is
whatever.
your class. I mean, this is just, yeah. A non-scientific, just click article is what this
Pulp
is.
Fiction was
so,
the best film of the 90s.
What is this based on? I'm sorry.
Box office.
Oh, here, I'll read it again. It's almost like we're
No,
doing it
please
again.
don't.
Almost like it's Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, there we
See
go.
what I did there?
Groundhog Day.
Yep.
What was 19?
So number 19 is The Sixth Sense, and
What?
that came out in 1999. Excuse me.
That was a good movie.
No, that movie was awful.
I think
didn't like
in
it. I
its
liked
time, it was very popular.
I liked
It
it.
was a
pretty
big
good.
movie. I remember
That
it being
guy's
long.
made some awful movies, though.
Pieces of shit. Yeah, that guy. He's terrible.
He started with a good one, though.
And is that Haley Joel
Yeah,
Osment?
Jolie. Yeah.
What's that?
That's I guess
The actor.
as Cole, the actor, the
No,
kid.
Cole was Bruce Willis. I want to say. Or was
says
Cole his character in 12 Monkeys?
It says Haley Joel Osment as Cole,
Huh.
a child
Okay.
who can see dead people. Bruce Willis plays his psychologist, who has trouble of his
Also
own.
named Cole.
Yeah.
It doesn't
The
say.
ending
Cole
of that
and 12
movie I will
Monkeys.
give is great, but the rest up until that point it was very.
How many
boring.
stars out of 5 do you give it, Dave?
Me?
Yeah, we're gonna ask you how many stars
3.
for these movies. 3. Okay. Number 18, A League of Their Own, 1982.
Never saw it, but heard it was good.
It was pretty decent.
Yeah. Had a good cast.
Yep.
Tom Hanks, Gina Davis, Madonna.
Madonna was
Rosie O'Donnell.
That's right.
We've got here. This is a Ryan movie. When I think of this one, for number 17, the 1995 movie Casino.
Ooh,
was a good movie.
That
That
is
was
an awesome
awesome.
movie.
Yeah.
Robert De Niro.
Robert De
It was
Niro.
on
Joe Pesci.
on VHS. It was a two
tapes,
taper.
yep.
Really?
Yeah, I remember borrowing it from a guy I worked with. He gave me 2 tapes to watch.
Circling back, Bruce Willis's character in 12 Monkeys was James Cole, so I had that right.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Good movie too. Brad Pitt. was
12
really
Monkeys was
I want to say that
awesome.
was 90. Maybe that's.
It's like a Terry Gilliam
Yeah.
movie, I think.
Here's a quote from the movie. As the narrator says, in the casino, the cardinal rule is to keep them playing and to keep them coming back. The longer they play, the more they lose. Is that
Pretty true.
Is that part of the movie? I don't know.
That sounds like a casino.
There was a non sequitur from Joe Pesci that I still laugh and smile at. I don't know if it was Casino or if it was Goodfellas or something else.
What did he do?
You didn't hear. You just heard it on the screen. He's like, "Fuck him in the ear. Fuck him in the other ear." And it was Pesci. Was that Casino or was that Goodfellas?
It sounds like Goodfellas, but
Yeah, it
I
sounds
don't
like
know
Goodfellas.
at all. But
They're the
You gotta
same.
check it out.
Bottom of that. Yep.
all right, while you're looking that one up, number 16, one of Osborne's favorite movies of all time, Men in Black, 1997.
Not one of my favorites.
Here come the Men in Black.
What are your favorite songs, though?
Definitely not that either. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was like entertaining enough. I just don't. I never wanted to see it again, and haven't since the first time. I guess that little like memory zapper. That's
I wouldn't mind
That
having
was
one
kind
of
of
those.
cool. Yeah.
something. There was like a cameo of Michael Jackson as a alien too. Anyway, don't move on. That
Here's-
movie sucks.
Okay.
Well, it
was
doesn't
not Joe
suck.
Pesci,
It just doesn't.
And that line was from
sound like-
Goodfellas. It was
Uh.
lesser character.
Number 15, How Stella Got Her Groove Back, 1998. Ryan, you watched that one a lot. What can you say about when you remember going to see that movie?
I don't remember that. Was that with Tyson?
Yeah. You would always talk about it.
No, that was Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything,
Oh.
Julie Newmar. But no, How Stella Got Her Groove Back. Who was the female lead and
It
who was
says
the male lead?
Bassett returns
Angela
to
Bassett.
returns to the list
Who was the male lead?
with the steamy R-rated romance based on the Terry McMillan novel about a successful 40-something businesswoman who has a vacation fling with a much younger man, Tay Diggs.
Tay Diggs. Okay.
When she brings him home, they struggle to make their love work off the island. Okay. Number 14, Jerry Maguire, 1986.
It's a good movie.
Yep.
Is that the one where he's like, "Show me the money"?
Yeah.
Tom
Yep.
Cruise. That
A Cameron
what happened to
Crowe
that
movie.
kid? Yeah, little kid and then
Oh, that
Cuba
kid
Gooding
was
Jr.
impossibly cute.
Yeah,
Jeez, that little kid should still be that age.
and
Which
Cuba
one?
Gooding Jr.
Oh, in
like,
this movie?
is having a rough go of it lately.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Why?
he's lost his goddamn mind.
Oh,
But he was good in that movie. Yeah, that was a good movie. Who was the Rene Russo? Is that or not Rene Russo?
yeah. No,
Renee Zellweger.
Zellweger. Yep.
Okay. 13.
All right, number 13, Set It Off.
What?
1996.
Never heard of that one.
That calls into question the whole legitimacy of this list.
Well,
if
it's not-
that's
Jada
number 13,
Pinkett, Queen Latifah.
Oh, I think we know what's going on here.
Never heard of this movie.
This is Forbes.
I think I know what. Anyway,
All
well,
right.
maybe we should. I haven't seen it, so let me be clear not to.
I don't know anything about
judge
that.
anything.
Latifah has like star power. Like, yeah.
Was it in theaters in the suburbs here or not?
Set it off.
Set
Maybe
it
it's really good. I really shouldn't.
I'm
Never heard of it.
But
All right, number 12, The Fugitive,
That was-
that was a good one.
1983, with Harrison Ford
Tommy Lee Jones. Yeah, that
playing
was a good
Dr.
one.
Richard Kimball.
I remember seeing that in theaters with, and you guys might remember this name, Nathaniel Kenyon,
Oh yeah.
and we were so
That's your friend Nathaniel?
like spastic that people were yelling at us in the theater, like, shut up, we're trying to watch the movie.
What were you
Anyway.
guys doing?
Yeah,
Like,
isn't
what
that
were you
like a more
saying?
serious
So
movie?
It was super packed theater, so we got stuck in like the front row, which is an awful.
Yeah,
thing.
because you're
So
doing this.
Nathaniel would just like stand up and turn back facing the audience and say things like, "Does anyone have any Grey Poupon?"
God, that name rings out. I can't picture.
Yeah, Dave, you know
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel.
Oh yeah.
We
I
should
know
get
him
him on the
too, I
show
just
here.
don't-
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
think
he's
of.
a few miles away.
Yeah.
I saw that in the theater as well. I remember it very packed with Fote and his dad. But yeah, good movie.
Says in the movie, Ford famously says, "I didn't kill my wife," and Jones replies, "I don't care." Yeah, none of these quotes really do anything for me.
No, I remember that scene. That
Do you?
was,
Okay.
that was good lead actor, good antagonist.
All right, here's a movie I remember seeing, but I don't really remember a whole lot about it. But if I saw it again, I'm sure it'll all come back to me. 1996, Scream, number 11.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Wes
That was
Cravens.
Matthew Lillard, Nev Campbell, I believe.
Yep.
4 was really kind of not
But
even a
Sydney?
genre back then. It was like more of a straight to video
Mm-hmm.
genre, and I remember that movie, seeing it, thinking like, okay, this one's actually entertaining. Somebody put some thought into this. You could tell Wes Craven, like, really likes that genre.
I remember it was very meta. Like they were kind of poking fun at the horror genre.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, it was. It says snappy satire, is how they refer to it. But I think, movies.
Courtney Cox, I think.
These are the
Yeah.
best of all time. Like that, the '90s is like the peak of movie performance, and it's probably just because in my mind, I'm a kid, I'm going to watch it then and stuff like that. But it's like, man, something about these. But yeah, there's so many more. Okay, so we're getting into a little better here. Now we're in the top 10s here. This is a
Alright.
really good one. Goodfellas from 1990.
Yep.
Money. Huh?
Classic.
That was great.
So good.
Ranked above Casino. Good.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
gives some legitimacy to.
Yeah. This list. We should find a list that people actually like vote on or something like that.
That'd be cool.
So yeah, Joe Pesci, Best Supporting Actor. Paul Sorvino.
Yep, he was the mob boss. Paulie.
Did he get an Oscar for that? Pesci got best.
Doesn't
supporting,
give me
you said?
much
Alright.
info here. Yep, Best Supporting Actor. Joe Pesci. Yeah, Best Supporting Actor.
Nice.
And
It
then-
won Best Picture, I do believe.
No, did it? No, it didn't.
Really?
Scorsese didn't get his Oscar until
That's good. Ryan knows a lot about these things.
Scorsese got shut out until The Irishman.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it probably should have won Best Picture. What year? 91.
Goodfellas was 1990.
What won in 1990?
Should I look that up?
I might be able to get it here. Driving Miss Daisy,
Oh, Christ.
man,
which
That's-
actually came out in '89. It says,
Okay.
that's definitely
but won Best Picture and
not as memorable as Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
All right. Number 9. Hoop Dreams, 1994 movie.
Really? That documentary? Oh, I saw it. It's super long. It's good.
Is
but
it?
It's really. It's
supposed
like
to be
3.5
excellent.
hours
It's a
long.
Sundance documentary.
It
It's
was
good.
supposed to be really good. That's about somebody that played on the Wolves for a little while.
Yeah, Sebastian Telfair
Yeah.
was one of the people.
Really? Okay.
One of the players.
I've never seen it, but I've heard it's one of the best documentary films.
I'll be damned. I'll have to check that out. I'd never heard of it. That's not surprising for me. Number 8, Titanic, 1997.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Overindulgent. No.
Oh.
It's not. It doesn't have the.
I haven't seen
There's
it
another
since the
2
theater.
VHS
Dude,
tape
it's just.
one.
I mean, how brutal. I mean, I'm sure I've sat through that. I know I sat through that at one
Sat
time.
through it in
I've seen it in the
theater.
theater.
Yeah.
But
Haven't watched it
can
since.
you imagine?
I've got
Imagine all the poor suckers out there that their girls made them sit.
I
them
thought it
through
was
Oh,
good.
yeah.
You guys
Like-
just thought it was trash. It's
Yeah, I
James
just thought it was like,
Cameron.
I liked the part when the ship was going down. That was kind of cool.
Yeah,
Watching the people
special effects were
die
great
into
on
the
that.
ocean. But yeah, the effects were cool on that.
It
But-
was a cultural phenomenon, and yeah, every teenage girl wanted
Yeah.
to see that movie.
Just not into watching love stories and shit like that. When I watch something, I want something super funny or maybe something crazy.
Right.
But mostly just funny, All right, number 7, Good Will Hunting, 1997.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a really good movie.
Matt Damon, Ben Affleck.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Robin Williams
Mm-hmm.
was just great acting in it.
Oh, and then I was going to say Denzel, but nope, it's going into the next movie here. 1992, Malcolm X is number 6 best on Forbes' list of the
Spike
19
Lee
movies in the 1990s. They think Malcolm X is the number 6th movie of that time period. Okay, I've never seen it myself, but maybe it's cool. Burn, have you seen it?
I haven't. Who
I have
directed
not
it
seen
though? Was that?
Spike Lee?
Oh, okay.
And
That's
Denzel,
probably really good. Then.
like Denzel starring, Denzel.
Denzel's great. Bassett
That
plays
is
his
telling
wife.
None of us have seen it because
Didn't you know
feel like
the
it
actor
is.
Bassett? I said that before, Bassett.
yeah.
All right, now we got this top 5 list here, and I'm gonna go ahead and
Forrest Gump,
I got it in
Pulp
front of me,
Fiction.
so
Terminator 2.
Armageddon. I'm gonna guess Armageddon's on there.
No,
So-
Armageddon.
Yes,
has no
that
place
is
on
definitely
there.
a top 5.
I'll say
90s
2 of them are
movie.
legit, 3 of them are just bullshit. Kind
One
of.
is Forrest Gump and one is Pulp Fiction. I know that much right now, but
If
Armageddon.
it wasn't bullshit, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're right. And what are you saying is on it?
Armageddon?
Armageddon. You're saying?
absolutely not.
Dave, are you gonna guess any of these on here?
Terminator 2.
Okay.
Was that 90s? If that
Great
was
guess.
90s,
Great
that
guess.
should definitely be on
This
there.
is an embarrassment. We're
I
gonna
wanna
have
say
to make our
Terminator 2
own.
was 89.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't it?
Nope.
We're not gonna have probably time. Well, we almost could. I could
Give us the
cut
top 5.
this and we could make our own tier list. But okay, number 5. There's Something About Mary, 1998.
No
All right.
way. If Dumb and Dumber's
Embarrassing,
not on it,
right? You're
that's
right.
that's
For
that
whatever-
movie could be Dumb and Dumber.
Dumber,
that was
yeah.
very
That was a good one.
popular.
So
Something About Mary was a higher cultural touch point, though. I want to say, everybody
Why?
watched that movie. I don't.
I've never
know
seen it.
why.
Brett Favre was in it.
Holy shit, he was.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, that movie caught the.
no,
I don't know, the
I
nation-
disagree. I think Dumb and Dumber did.
Yeah.
for the
Dumb and
those Farrelly
Dumber,
brothers.
Happy Gilmore.
Maybe just how about I don't disagree. I would say like the Farrelly brothers movies were a cultural thing for a while.
Yes, but I guess I don't know. Dumb and Dumber probably the better film, but I.
Yeah, this is just this. I don't know. This might be just like an AI generated article or something like that. So that's one of them. Again, 2 of them on here are legit, where you could put in a top 10 list. There's a third then that's like questionable.
What's
This is the
number
questionable,
4?
and let me build it up. I got it in front of me.
okay.
This is let me talk. No, I'm just kidding. The number 4. This is the one that's questionable. Toy Story.
No, that's
Yeah, that was
I'm
big
sorry.
time.
I could see you could put that on a top 10.
Yep.
But number 4, maybe.
It was
but
the first Pixar
It was the first
movie.
animated movie like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Toy Story.
That was great.
they're
Saw that
saying
one in the theater.
arguably the best animated film of all time. Ryan would say no. Lion King is.
No, the Toy Story but
What?
Toy Story 2 and 3 were better than the original.
Really?
That's a unique.
Yeah, those are good.
I thought Lion King was your number 1 always.
It
till
was in
the end.
'94, but
Okay, all right.
Toy Story is. They got better each film in the trilogy.
All right, now this is now this next one. I've never seen
Is
this.
this number 3?
This is number 3. This is, to me, just complete bullshit. Thelma and Louise, 1991.
Oh, that was a big cultural
Yeah.
phenomenon.
Yeah.
I remember my mom trying to rent that for a long time at Mr. Movies.
Oh,
And
Mr.
It was like a
Movies.
whole shelf was that movie.
Really? I remember you're right, having walls of one movie. Yeah.
Yep.
Brutal.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh,
I don't
what's eating Gilbert Grape? I wonder if that's in this top 5.
So I mean, we're down to the top 2 now.
Well, the top
okay,
two.
Then it's Pulp Fiction and Forrest Gump.
Again, I would lean agreeing with Ryan more on this now, but both of these again, I think they're good, but the difference is they're taking everything.
Pulp Fiction and Forrest Gump. If it's not, this list is lost.
It is, but they're taking maybe like all genres,
So
all
you revealed
interests,
both of them there. Interesting.
all genres, all interests, encapsulated. In my mind, I'm definitely probably more leaning toward I like the probably later 90s movies a little bit more so than the early 90s movies because I'm just a little bit more familiar with them probably. And ones that are all funny. So number 2, Schindler's List, 1993.
That was funny.
That was depressing as hell.
Yeah, I have not
That was
watched that
funny.
since I were forced to.
I watched it
Exactly.
in school.
It's
That's
one of
the only time I.
You watch it one time, who's ever going to want to
Yeah.
watch that again?
Yeah, that was so depressing.
Okay. Well, should we, number 1. This is one I could certainly watch many, many times, but it is also kind of taxing as well, but I love it. Number 1, The Shawshank Redemption.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, that's on
that
pretty
is
much
a good one.
And if you have cable TV, it was on every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just a Shawshank channel.
Is
Yeah.
there really?
It just plays.
On one of the
does
LG
run
channels,
on,
one of the LG digital
basic
channels.
cables. Yeah.
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 Yeah. So,
So those were the top 2: Schindler's List, Shawshank Redemption,
See if there's
Thelma
any,
and Louise, Toy Story, and what was 5?
Interesting
Titanic.
list.
no, number 5 was There's Something About Mary.
All right,
Where
so-
did Pulp Fiction and
I'm gonna scrub through the 21 through 40 quick
Yeah.
and just
Yeah,
see
to
if
see if
there's
the ones we
any.
mentioned
Is
were in that
Armageddon
list.
Like,
even
okay,
on there?
Jurassic Park, number
Armageddon has
23.
no business on a list
Yeah.
of anything.
Jurassic Park, that should be
Matrix is
Yeah,
number
what the
30.
on there. Matrix.
These are
yeah.
bad, dude. Fargo is number 33. Come
Fargo.
on.
Fargo is good.
Forrest Gump is number 35. Get out of here. Silence of the Lambs number 37.
Forgot about that one.
Ooh.
That was a good one.
From the great Hannibal Lecter.
And it's still relevant.
It
Still
started
being
off.
a
I mean,
campaign issue. Who would have thought? 25 years later, 30 years later, he'd be a fictional character.
The late great Hannibal
Would be a campaign issue.
Okay. So there's a thing that we could do.
Was Armageddon not on the top
It was
50?
not. It
Where's
was top 40.
Top
It was
40.
not.
Fiction end up?
Man.
Pulp Fiction wasn't on there either.
Yeah.
Where?
That movie's
What year was Terminator
junk.
2 released?
1992.
That could-
Terminator 2 would have to be.
91.
Oh,
Holy
it's close.
That should definitely be in the top 40.
Yeah, it should.
What a cool story, too. Like, that's kind of like AI.
Yeah, it's our
relevant.
future.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of the company? Cyberdyne?
Cyberdyne Systems made Skynet.
Skynet. Yeah, that was so cool.
This
The
is
story was,
challenging.
it's really tough to tell those like time travel stories, not have them be like hokey.
Mm-hmm.
That one was so good. I just loved it.
Yeah, Terminator 2 was like Aliens, something where and also James Cameron film where the sequel was better than the original.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say the same about Toy Story. And Toy Story 3 was even better than Toy Story 2.
I don't know if I've seen 2 or 3.
So, we don't have to do this right now if you guys don't want to, but they do have. So these are kind of cool. These tier lists.
What is
you
it?
can kind of see it now, but it's not that big. Where you can. These are all '90s movies, and we can create our own tier. Like I grabbed Pulp Fiction, I put it up in the S tier. You know, there's S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier.
What's S?
S is like elite. That's like better than A. That's like super.
I see from the icon Sister Act. That's got to be a top tier.
So
Dumb and
Sister
Dumber's
Act,
on there.
Sister Act, we're gonna put in the D.
Dumb and Dumber's on there.
Dumb
Grab
and
that
Dumber
one.
is a top 2.
That's
tier.
absolutely S tier. Forrest Gump.
Mid.
A or
Mid.
S?
I'd say A.
Not A. That
A.
movie, it sucks.
Did it suck?
Forrest Gump does not suck.
Yeah,
I don't
that's a
think it
bad
sucks.
movie.
Well, just because he says
Have
it
you
sucks, then
watched
I won't
it?
keep it in
Not
S tier.
in 30 years.
You don't
but
like. All right, never mind. I'm not.
This is
gonna-
actually this will be fun. This is good.
Pretty good.
All right.
What is this movie? Audition?
I haven't
I have
seen
no
it.
idea.
D.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it either, but that's why it's a D.
Fern Gully?
I remember
I've never
previews
seen
for
it.
but I've
I
never
don't think.
seen it.
I've seen it. I don't remember anything about it.
And we could add a D. All right, never mind.
I think it's about global warming. No, never mind.
All right, Home Alone. Here's one.
Oh,
that's
that's a S.
two or one. That was a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah, that thing was
It
great.
was.
It was hard to like get into a theater to see that. I remember when it came out around Christmas time.
And have you seen it any in the last 10 years at all?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's nice to watch.
it's
Yeah.
good.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep
holds up
because
pretty
of
well.
that. I'm gonna put it in S tier.
It's John Hughes's last movie as
Is it?
well. It's the last script I think he wrote that got made into a movie. Chris Columbus directed it because he had already passed. I think.
It was a long way from what Joe Pesci should have been doing. Like
The Wet Bandits.
That-
No, he was perfect. They,
The Wet
needed,
Bandits.
they needed like a legitimate actor for that role.
that might actually
Because David
be true.
Stern's such a over the top,
Oh, I got one next here.
you know, so to sort of balance out Daniel Stern was so good at being just a dumb.
Maybe there is something special about having Joe Pesci as like the slapstick bad guy after Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
And, yeah.
What about Tremors? You guys remember that movie?
I do remember that
that's
one.
a cult classic.
I never saw it.
I'm gonna say that's an A or B.
I'm gonna give it
God.
an A.
But if Forrest Gump is A though,
Yeah, that's like a
I'll put it
What
in
a
B. But it's nostalgic. I mean, it's funny. Casino,
A or no, I put that in the S.
Brian.
I'd accepted it.
I
would
think
say
it should be
A, 'cause
orange.
I think we need I think Goodfellas got to be above Casino.
All
yeah.
right.
Good call. What I'll do is, because we're not cool enough to have this like showing on the screen as I'm doing this, I'll just have to take a screenshot and show that at the end, edit it in,
All right.
like an amateur.
Grab Office Space. It's got to be on there somewhere.
Yeah, let's see here.
Just-
This is hard to see some of these. I need it like bigger. Oh, Osborne, Men in Black.
yeah, no, C, the green.
I don't think that it deserves the same level as Sister Act, but we'll put it in C.
All right.
Batman Forever.
Piece of shit.
That's
D.
awful.
Oh, Ryan didn't
Yeah,
like it,
that's
okay.
a green.
That's a D.
Really?
So
Okay.
bad. That's the one with Val Kilmer, right? Yeah.
I think so.
And the
Ooh,
George
True
Clooney one
Lies.
was even worse.
True Lies. That was James Cameron. That's
Arnold
pretty good.
movie.
yeah.
I'd give that maybe a B.
All right.
Cool.
Home Alone 2.
It's pretty good, but not as good as the
Yeah.
original.
They
Do we
can
go A
to
or B?
B.
B.
Yeah.
All right. I can agree with that. What else we got here? There's some pretty brutal movies here, like The Parent Trap. Like I don't remember really
I
anything
don't
about
ever
that.
see that one.
Put that in
The
D.
Big Lebowski was 90s.
Oh yeah.
shit.
Big Lebowski goes.
Do you
in
see
the
that on
top.
here?
Yeah, that goes in the S.
Where is it?
Second row, right in the middle. Yep.
Oh, okay. S tier.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
There
right.
you go.
I'm cool with
People, that's still like culturally
Mhm.
Yeah.
referenced.
that. Yeah, there'll
And
probably
it
be.
was in theaters for like a week.
Yeah.
I remember a friend of mine saw it, and
I
it
saw it
was
in the
like,
theater.
"Is that? Did you really?" Because it was only in theaters for like a week, 2 max.
Yeah.
It was
Nick-
in and out.
I didn't care for it at the time, but
Really?
I went with Nick and Nate.
You
Yeah.
thought it was a piece.
I didn't think it was a piece. I didn't think it would still be relevant today.
Let's see. Did they like it?
I don't remember.
That's cool. You guys saw that.
We had to go to like a weird theater to see it. They wanted to say it was, yeah,
All right, we've got The Sandlot.
that was good.
Yeah. I'd say A.
I'm gonna say A on that. Burn, did you ever watch The Sandlot?
Yeah, I did not think it was that good, but there's more of you guys than me.
You loved You played
Ronin
baseball growing up.
should be that one you're on now. That has one of
Ronin?
the best driving
Yes,
scenes
Ronin's
in any
awesome.
movie.
Really, I've never
Really?
seen that.
Yeah, it has such good driving sequences.
So we're saying A on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just for
Wow.
that. Yeah, it's.
That was one of the
very-
first DVDs I ever bought.
See, I thought it was just like generic crime, Robert De Niro. Never seen it, but and I don't understand the
It would
Ronin
be
thing. Is it like
outside of the?
is it like an
driving.
adaptation of like a samurai movie, or what's with the title?
Yeah, I guess I don't remember
Yeah, I don't know
anything
either. I
about
mean,
that.
it was years
What
and years
stands
ago.
out about that movie is known for the driving sequences. It's like The Bullet used to be for Steve McQueen.
Mm-hmm.
That like replaced The Bullet, I think, for the driving sequences as
Interesting.
like the best ones ever used.
We've got Last Action Hero.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, that's garbage.
I would say if True Lies is there, then we put this in C tier, or maybe even
that was
D.
such a flop
Yeah.
too at the box office.
It's garbage.
What a D.
I think it could
Yeah.
deserve D.
Yeah, it's bad.
Let's see. Trying to think of any of these that are more recognizable on here.
Interview with the Vampire. That
All right,
was a sensation, but the C. That's
we need
Brad
one for
Pitt
C.
and Tom Cruise is like
Casper.
Casper was good.
This was a
Like,
neat little cute movie, huh?
It was really good. Yeah,
I like the Ghostbusters cameo on that one.
that's right.
Yeah.
There's the
cameo.
Ghostbusters are in it.
It seemed to
Yeah,
be
the
what
Cameo.
Ray Stantz
Oh,
Comes
Yeah, I
running
would
out
put
of
that
the-
in A tier.
seemed like a lot of work put into the movie too. It was like
Good
cool
special
effects and stuff.
Christina
Yeah.
Ricci. Yeah, that was. I remember being overwhelmingly surprised at how good that was. I saw that in the theater with Quote. Yeah,
nice.
Half Baked.
piece of shit.
Yeah, I didn't really think it
I've
was
never
that
seen
good.
it.
And there's a little novelty. I mean, a little funny. I'll
There
put
is
that in the Men in Black.
nostalgia.
I'll put it in the Men in Black at least then.
Okay.
Air Bud.
No.
Trash. Clueless.
Yeah.
That's another Airbud's another one like you were saying where the second and third one are really that's
Oh,
where-
because they
Oh,
have
is that
multiples
right?
that, don't they?
yeah I think Airbud
man.
2 is World Pup where they're
There's
playing
nothing in the
soccer.
rule books that says a dog can't play basketball.
I don't think I ever saw Clueless.
Oh, that's a great
Oh,
movie.
yeah,
Or
That's pretty
not
good.
great, but like
It was pretty great.
at the
If
time.
maybe
yeah.
if I didn't see it, then I
The
can't
fashion's
really
I'd
put
really
it.
go A
good,
to or
too.
A?
A tier. Yeah.
It's with Casper.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's try to clear out some of these ones here. What is this?
I don't know. I can't tell.
Demon Attack Man?
Jesus, no.
No.
Don't even bother to rank it.
Don't tell your mom? Don't
The
tell or
babysitter's
don't tell
dead.
mom?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that movie.
Oh, the babysitter's
Or I
dead.
remember-
That's right. Is that
Kelly Bundy starred.
hearing of
That's
it.
that was the draw. It wasn't a very.
it
good
wasn't like
movie.
Pauly Shore wasn't in that or anything,
Not
was it?
good.
No, it was
Okay.
Kelly Bundy. It was not very
Yeah,
good.
not Pauly Shore.
Yeah, it wasn't
Jesus.
that.
Hard Ward? Hard Wire? What is
Never
this?
heard of it.
Never heard of it either.
This is crap. Feminine Nikita?
Never saw
Is
it.
that an adult movie? Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, that one's kind of relevant. I don't know. It's still like played on Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I know people who like that movie. I mean, I could maybe drop it in C. Let's put it in C for now. Sleepless in Seattle.
Never saw it. But
Trash.
I don't think it was trash. It was.
It's like it's a love story.
Tom
It's some gay love story between two straight people. Makes no sense. It's a man and woman. All right.
Well, it does if you're using that word in a way. You
I know,
shouldn't use
like
it.
like when I was in junior high. Back to the Future. I was trying to find the first one on here, but this
That's
is Back
from
to the Future
85.
3.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so that can go in the S.
Back to the Future 3 is an S tier?
Yeah.
3 is? I never saw the third one.
It's the best trilogy ever created.
Really? Okay.
That's a bold.
Burn, have you seen this at all?
Yeah, I like the first two better, but the third one's good still.
Yeah, the first two are better than the third one. I definitely agree with that. But
Where is the The second one?
88, I believe.
Okay. I'm torn. Dave, you say S, huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay, we'll go S.
Back
There's
to
no
the
arguments.
Future 3.
This is important. We got to make sure we put these in the right category here.
Holy cow, there's a lot of these.
Oh, yeah, there's tons.
Yep, we got to do this entire list.
Yeah, right. No, we definitely don't.
We'll be here all night.
How are we doing on time here, too, folks, so we can actually edit this properly? We are basically at our time limit.
Okay.
Here's our tier list, which is much better because at the very top, our top 5 is Pulp Fiction, Dumb and Dumber, Home Alone, The Big Lebowski, and Back to the Future 3. That's more respectable than the other. And then in top 10, we got Forrest Gump, Casino, Sandlot, Ronin, Casper, and number 11, Clueless. Good work, gentlemen.
Yes.
Good work.
Yeah, not a Titanic to be seen.
Yeah. Good call. Good call. All right, well, cool. Is there anything else anybody else wanted to talk about? Dave, what else you got for us?
Nothing much. Hope everyone else has a great week or weekend or whenever you're viewing this.
Ryan
I got nothing.
and Byrne.
Every book is a children's book if the kid can read.
KLXK would like to find out what Twin Cities children want for Christmas. We've set up the KLXK Classic Santa Wish Line for you to call. 452-3287. 452-3287.